Good day everyone, welcome to another edition of the Complete Sports Update. My name is Abi Puranga. This is the show where we'll bring to you the latest and trending stories in the world of sports. Today I have with me Adeboye Amuso, and together we shall be taking you through as far as sporting stories in today's episode is concerned. Welcome back to the show, boy.
Good to be back on the show.
Yes, it's good to be back to talk the beautiful game as usual. And let's start from the home front involving the Nigerian Premier Football League clubs in the CAF Champions League as well as the CAF Confederations Cup, starting with Enugu Rangers 1-0 victory against Angolan side Sagrada Esperança. These two sides actually, with Fidelity winning the game by 1-0. Also, Eyimba United against Etoile Filante of Burkina Faso, where it ended a goalless draw, and the second leg is built to be played right here in Nigeria with Yemi Olariwaju, the gaffer of the People's Elephant of Aba, actually pumping up as regards to his side progressing to the next round of the CAF Confederations Cup. So what do you have to say about these two sides as far as the Champions League as well as the Confederations Cup is concerned?
Well, for Rangers, I think it was a tough one for them against the Angolan side. They played the game away from their traditional home in Enugu.
Yes. Because
the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium was not approved by CAF. So they had to play the match in Uyo. I think the game was a tight affair, a tight contest. But thank God for the substitute, Kasim Ogunleye, who was able to score the winning goal around 16 minutes from regulation time. So I think it was probably a fair result and a good advantage to take into the second leg in Angola. So at least if they can protect that lead, they will probably make it to the group stage of the competition, which is where you can earn a lot of money. You make money from the goal scored, from number of wins and draws at that stage of the competition. So for coming down to Eyimba, I think playing a goalless draw away from home is a nice result for them too. At least they have the opportunity of coming down here to really pick a win. A 1-0 victory will be enough for them to skate through into the next round of the CAF Confederation Cup. So what they have to do is, just like the coach said, Yemi Olariwaju, there is still a lot to play for. They don't have to rest because of the fact that they played the goalless draw in the first leg. So they still have a job to do here in Nigeria. So I think they will skate through the order.
Definitely. So are you actually confident that these two sides can, proceed as far as playing in the group stage of the competitions?
Sure. For Rangers, it's going to be a difficult one, but at least they have a 1-goal lead going to the second leg. If they can at least up their game, I think the major problem with Rangers this season has to be their goal scoring. They've played 4 competitive games this season and they scored 3 goals. Probably it was due to the departure of their top scorer last season, Godwin Obaji, who was once the top scorer in the Nigerian Premier Football League. So most of the guys they have in the team now, they are new, and to me they are rookies in terms of goal scoring. So that is what they need to work on in a match at this stage of the competition. Once you have a chance, you have to utilize it. For Eyimba, I'm rooting for them to skate through this order because they have the materials and they have the bench to do it.
Definitely, the word of the day: once you have your chances, you need to take them as much as possible. And we wish Fidelity to go as well as Yemi Olariwaju the very best as far as their teams West in the CAF Champions League as well as the CAF Confederations Cup is concerned. So now let's move to the Nigerian players in Europe, and what a week for the Nigerian players abroad with typical let them just say household names actually pulling up the strings for their respective clubs, starting with Victor Boniface, who actually scored a brace as well as providing an assist in Bayer Leverkusen's 4-1 win against Hoffenheim. And also we talk about Ademola Lookman, who have actually been having his name put up there as far as the African Player of the Year is concerned, who also had to start with a goal as well as an assist in Atalanta's win against Fiorentina. We also have Wilfred Ndidi, who also provided 2 assists, in Leicester City's 2-2 draw against Crystal Palace. Also, Ola, who was superb defensively for Nottingham Forest against Liverpool at Anfield, which made the Forest, the Tricky Trees, actually claiming a 1-0 victory against Liverpool at Anfield, the first time since 1969. That's a whooping 55 years ago. So these players, as well as some other players which I haven't mentioned, Frank Onyeka, Victor Osimhen, and all. So what do you have to say about the performance of our Nigerians in Europe last weekend?
Well, it was a good one for the players and for the national team coaches too. I think they will probably have a lot of headache selecting the squad for the next 2 AFCON qualifiers against that's a double header against Libya. Somebody like Boniface, he actually struggled against Benin Republic and Rwanda, but when they got back to his club, he was firing again. I think he scored two brilliant goals. That was the first time he'll be scoring in the Bundesliga this season, aside from the goal he scored in the German Super Cup. It was a good one for him, at least. That would boost his confidence going forward, especially after he struggled on the international scene. For Ademola Lookman, well, it was a good one for him too. He was involved in the transfer squabble with a scuffle with Atalanta. He was probably thinking of joining Arsenal or PSG towards the end of the last transfer window, but he was handed his first start of the season against Fiorentina, and he did what he knew how to do best. At least he was the club player of the season last season, and he replicated that performance from last season against Fiorentina. So it was a good one for him. At least that will further make him to take claim for the African Footballer of the Year award. We talk about Onyeka bagging an assist on his debut for Augsburg. That was in the Bundesliga. In the 2 playing like a playmaker. We talk about that before coming to the studio. Grabbing 2 assists in a game. I think that was the first time we achieved that since he joined Leicester City. So we can look forward to the game against Libya with strong hope that these guys will maintain this kind of performance leading to the AFCON qualifiers.
Yes, before we go to the next topic, let me ask you this question. I know it's off camera actually when I asked you. Let me ask you again. Ademola Lookman, is he an overwhelming favorite as far as the CAF Player of the Year is concerned?
Well, I think he's the favorite for now. If you look at his performance from the Europa League final and what he achieved with Atalanta last season, coming from RB Leipzig, where he was struggling to win a starting shirt and making it down to the Serie A, you understand? Winning the Player of the Season for 2 consecutive campaigns is not something that is easy, you understand? And going to that Europa League final against unbeaten Bayer Leverkusen, scoring 3 brilliant goals and maintaining that sort of performance on the international scene. We all saw what he did at the last AFCON in Ivory Coast. So I think he's the overwhelming favorite for now for that award.
Yeah, so over to Europe, where we'll see another crucial encounter involving Arsenal and Manchester City. This time at the Etihad Stadium, the defending champions versus the defending runners-up. Apologies to all Arsenal fans, by the way. So these 2 sides, you talk about Arsenal's last game against Tottenham Hotspur, a depleted Arsenal side without Declan Rice as well as Martin Odegaard, and still they eventually grind out the result with a 1-0 victory, a goal scored by Gabriel Magalhaes, who actually pumped up with a powerful header. And also you talk about Manchester City, who somewhat struggled against Brentford before they could scrape past them by winning 2 goals to 1. So what are your thoughts as regards to the encounter that will be happening on Sunday?
Well, I believe the two managers will be trying to lay down a marker for the rest of the campaign. These 2 clubs, the fought toe-to-toe for the title last season, and if City should beat Arsenal at this stage of the season, they will be 5 points ahead of the Gunners. So not only that, at least showing the rest of the Premier League that we are still the best team in England and we are ready to defend our title successfully. I think it's going to be a tough one. Mikel Arteta has learned a lot in the last 2 seasons on how to take on Man City. So I really give him a round of applause for what he did against Tottenham.
Yeah.
You know, everybody going into that game, everybody felt without Odegaard, without Rice, probably Spurs will run over them. But he was able to at least galvanize his team and got a well-deserved victory against their North London rival. So, well, I think I will sit on the fence here. I'm predicting a 0-0 result, or probably score draw.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Manchester City winning Arsenal at this stage of the season is more like giving the Manchester City side, the Premier League victory, because 5 points ahead of their major challenger yet again this season will not be looking good for other clubs, as well as the league itself. Winning 5 consecutive Premier League titles, no, it's a no-go area. And we actually have love for the Premier League, we wouldn't want to see that happening, because 4 consecutive, which has never been seen before in the league, and now you want to win 5. That's something else. Thank you very much, Boy, for the wonderful and insightful analysis. So, viewers, this is where we will be ending things as far as proceedings is concerned. Do take care of yourselves and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.